Hugo, please.
Thanks, Marco. Great to be here. My name's Hugo Burge. I'm CEO of Momondo Group. So I'm going to be presenting to you how I see Momondo Group evolving over the next 5 years. For those of you who don't know us, we are a flights and hotel meta search business. We are the smallest but fastest growing of the global leaders in this space. Meta search is an enormous opportunity. We, however, see that our competitors haven't solved travel search. We think there's a big opportunity to make travel search better and simpler, not cluttered by advertising, and exciting. We are a business which gets over 30 million visits a month to our websites and apps. We have over 12 million app downloads, and we have a fantastic team of 350 people spread across London, Copenhagen, and Boston. So when talking about the future of Momondo Group in the next 5 years, I'm going to concentrate on a couple of key areas. One is investing in our purpose. The second is in creating products users love. The third is in expanding our geographic footprint. And the fourth is growing revenues as fast as possible. So it's hard to overstate how important a sense of purpose is to us at Momondo Group. It's what makes me excited and inspired about building the business. We believe that an open world is a better world. We believe that travel search can be more than just travel search. We believe that travel search brings people together. We believe that travel opens people's minds. And we find that when people travel, surveys tell us that they become more open-minded. So at Momondo Group, we're incredibly excited about our purpose. And we think that our purpose is a key differentiator for us against other more geeky brands in the space. You may think this sounds a bit touchy-feely, but I don't know how many of you have seen Momondo, the DNA Journey, which is this year's best expression of our sense of purpose in terms of marketing. So I'd like to show you a 1-minute clip of a 5-minute video, if that's okay, about Momondo's DNA journey. Here we go.
I'm proud to be English.
100% Bengali.
Solid Iraqi.
I'm Cuban.
I'm not a fan of the Germans.
We're just the best, you know, it's just fact.
The story of you is in that tube.
I'm a little bit nervous, I have to say.
Shit, I didn't expect that.
You sure these results are mine?
I'm Irish.
What? So I'm a Muslim Jew. We met. I'm Jay from everywhere, but I've read to this.
I'm a real man of the world.
That's beautiful, thank you.
So I'm very proud of what the team created, expressing our sense of purpose and opening our world. It's gone viral, and it's probably the biggest viral video the travel industry's seen. 175 million video views of a 5-minute video. It's had over 8 million engagements on social media and has had an unbelievable 4 billion bits of press mentions across the world, and has a reach of around 400 million people. So this is incredibly important to us. We are not the first mover in travel search, but we want to be a mover and shaker, and we want to get noticed, and we want to achieve cut-through and create a more interesting and exciting brand than our competitors. Day to day, we're predominantly focused on creating products that users love. We've got a 2-brand strategy. We have Cheap Flights and Momondo. I'm going to start with Momondo. Momondo is a cool, edgy brand, not just focused on being better travel search, but focused on being more inspiring travel search. So over the next 5 years, we will continue to create products like Trip Finder, which allow you to search for destinations and travel products by mood, whether you're feeling romantic or you're feeling adventurous, to try and create cut-through and inspire people to travel, and other products like Momondo Places, which helps you to find places that the locals are in the know about. Momondo is increasingly focused on hotels. So at the moment, we have 25% of Momondo revenues are coming from hotels. In some markets, it's up to 50% of hotels. And over a 5-year period, I'm very keen that we get to revenues of 50% on hotels. Momondo has also won many awards for its products. But as I said, it's focused on not just creating the best product, but the most inspiring product. Our other brand, Cheap Flights, is quite different. It does what it says on the tin. Momondo's objective is purely to simplify flight search. We believe that flight search is still difficult, cumbersome, and not smooth. So Cheap Flights is focused on making flight search more frictionless. We've launched things like Facebook chatbots as a test, and we're exploring areas like assisted booking to allow quicker booking when on a mobile. So Cheap Flight's mission is really to make flight search smarter and simpler. When looking at the future, what is going to make a difference in making a great product that users love over the next 5 years? Already over 50% of our users are experiencing our products through mobile and apps, and we think we've made that transition very well. Our focus is on making products users love. So how do we go the next stage to really create product differentiation? We see that personalization is the cornerstone of the next wave of technologies like text-based search, chatbots, and voice search. If you think about sitting in the car doing voice search or looking at wearables, it seems incredibly important that you're able to offer very precise answers to questions and recommendations. And that, for us, means a focus on personalization and delivering incredibly relevant results to users. So personalization is a very large focus for us over the next 5 years. Forgive me for not talking specifically about products. Some of these things are commercially sensitive, but directionally, this is where we're headed. When looking at our geographic reach, only 10% of our revenues now come from the United Kingdom. So we have a very global audience and revenue stream. Momondo is the travel search leader in the Nordics and Scandinavia, but is increasingly growing into Europe and around the world. Cheap Flight's biggest market is actually in the USA, but we're seeing incredible growth in Asia Pacific with the Cheap Flights name, which obviously is very recognizable instantly around the world. So for us, over the next 5 years, we're going to be spending a lot of time focusing on the execution of internationalization, new languages, new markets. Momondo currently is TV advertising in 12 markets around the world. I'm very excited to see how many markets that'll be in 5 years' time. Revenues. So the result of creating great products which are purpose-driven, we hope, is to drive revenues. And this year we've seen accelerating revenues. We are on course to generate revenues of £89 million net revenues this year. We're a media model, so we'll be generating over £2 billion worth of downstream revenues to our supplier and selling partners. We've seen accelerating growth this year, and we estimate about 40% year-over-year revenue growth. Q1 was 22%, so we've seen a rapid acceleration of revenue growth this year. Trying to look out 5 years' time is quite difficult in our industry. Things move fast. We estimate that with reasonable confidence that we can get revenues of between 300 and 400 million pounds sterling net. So we're seeing a 3 to 4 times revenue growth over the next 5 years. Obviously, I hope it'll be much bigger, but I think that's a reasonably conservative estimate. I thought I would also highlight our Asia-Pacific growth, which over the last few years has really been quite phenomenal and material for us now, despite a lack of investment and a lack of office in Asia-Pacific. But we're very excited about that. Today it represents around 7% of our revenues. I very much hope that in 5 years' time it could represent something in the order of 25 to 30% of our revenues, which would give us a great diversification and foothold for future growth in the Asian-Pacific markets. So, in conclusion, Momondo Group is passionate about creating brands which have a sense of purpose, which can cut through, which can inspire, which can make a difference, which can bring people together and stand out amongst travel brands, which is a crowded marketplace. We're also very excited about creating products users love and think that personalization is the key to the future. And we're very excited that we think over the next 5 years we can increase revenues by 3 to 4 times. So everything to play for. Thank you very much.